and welcome to my channel. My name is Anya and this video is going to be both my March and sort of February by year update and an anti-haul, because I was originally planning on doing an anti-haul as my second video this week, which would go up on Saturday, but I have 3 things on my list to anti-haul that I have found in any way interesting the last like 3 months pretty much. So I'm just gonna put it at the end of this video because in my update I'm going to chat about how it's been not buying makeup so far, and I have actually not yet had to buy makeup at all. I haven't had to do any repurchases and replacements yet. I am coming close on my eyebrow pencil though, so that's next up. That will need to be replaced in April for sure, unless I decide to wait it out until after the COVID virus pandemic has settled a bit. This is a different part of my bedroom than I normally film in. The holes in the background are for a shelf that's not put up yet. This is just, I've made myself a little corner in my bed that I'm cozying in because I'm self-quarantining. I am chronically ill. I very much do not want to get sick on top of this, and I am pretty much staying away from people and things, so I am not leaving the house. Any appointments that I have been cancelled, and I plan on keeping it that way for at least until the end of like April and just seeing how it goes. It means I'm going to have more time to do makeup and hopefully some time to get a schedule in for filming and stuff. But let's just chat about the no-buy, how it's gone so far. I didn't have an update at the end of February. Excuse you, there's sirens outside. If you can't hear them, I'm sorry if you can hear any car noises. I live right next to a road. I didn't film any update in February for 2 reasons. One, I ended up being in a flare when the video was supposed to go up, so I did not have the energy to film. And the second reason was I just had nothing to update. It was pretty much the same as January, just with even less makeup ones. I don't feel the need to buy makeup, and that still stands today. I'm just not into it. Well, I am into makeup, clearly, but I don't have a need to buy makeup at the moment. Little asterisks I'll talk about in a second. And I'm not interested in a lot of stuff. I find I've seen so many beauty news videos trying to find stuff for the anti-haul. I don't tend to keep up with new releases and stuff from brands. I don't really look for it, and it's just nothing interests me. A lot of it is just stuff I already have, pretty much, stuff that's similar to stuff I have, or things that just are not my makeup style at all. In February I have 4 items on my wish list. 2 are from Cosmetics. It's the Heaven's Glow in Faded Clementine and the Infinite Lip Cloud in Faded Clementine. I know the Infinite Lip Cloud made its way onto my wish list last year as well. I didn't end up buying it because it was expensive. It's on my wish list again now, along with the Heaven's Glow, which is like a glowy blush, and I was debating putting in the other shade, which I think is Magic Hour, here as well. But the Faded Clementine one, the colour seems to be more what I like, which is peachy, even though my cheeks today are very pink. Prefer more peachy orange than I do pink, but I'm sort of interested in the other one as well. But I wanted that. Would I have bought it? Because I have them marked here with asterisks on my list, which is the stuff I may have bought, not the stuff I would have absolutely bought. I don't know if I would have bought it because shipping prices is expensive, and having to pay input tax on top of it is also very expensive. Cosmetics is definitely a brand I do want to eventually try, and those 2 products in particular are 2 products I want to try. So they made it onto my wish list, and I've enjoyed seeing other people use them. I do kind of want them, but I'm making do with what I have so far. But I think they look nice. The third item was the Hallberg Cosmetics Interstellar, which was a liquid glittery eyeshadow that can also be used all over the face. It's a glittery gold, and I have been really into glitter makeup. I'm not wearing anything today because I decided to go with the heavy blush instead. And I love the Stila Glitter and Glows. I have many shades of that, and I really enjoy using it because it packs a punch and it's super glittery. And it just looks amazing. The Interstellar one from Hallberg for me to buy would be very expensive. It would be more expensive than buying a Stila one, unless I count in having to pay import tax and shipping and everything on top. I'm not going to buy it, at least not yet, because I have the Stila Glitter and Glows. I don't have a need for another one of those at the moment, but it is on my list for potential products I might pick up in the future once I have used up some of the Stila Glitter and Glows and I still want a nice glittery gold product. That is sort of at the top of the list of items I want to try. And my final item for February was the Glossier Futuredew, which I think they called it a primer serum or serum primer or something. I have it on here as a makeup primer because that's what I've heard it works as. Because I've been getting more into a glowy base and more minimal makeup, which is, it's different for me, so I'm still playing around with it. I want to try it, essentially. I want to try it, and I'm not going to buy it because I can't get it. They don't ship to Norway. But it is a product that if I ever travel to a country that has a Glossier store or ship to them, it's a product I'm considering picking up in the future if they still have it, or if they start shipping to Norway I might look into it in the future if my wants for a more dewy skin look persists. March is a bit of an interesting one. I have 7 products on my wish list, excuse you dog, majority Colourpop, and I have not made a purchase per se, but I did ask my sister to pick me up some things when she went to order some of the Colourpop Mulan things, and she did. Whether it's breaking the no buy or not, I technically don't consider it breaking the no buy because it doesn't break my rules because I didn't buy it. I haven't paid any money for it. I asked for it. She got it. She didn't have to. That gives you an idea. I think half of this, 4 things out of the 7 here are from the Disney and Colourpop Mulan collaboration. So I have the lip kit, which has a lipstick, liquid lipstick and a lip gloss, the eyeshadow palette, as well as the 2 blushes. She got me the eyeshadow palette and the lip kit, and I'm pretty pleased with that. Even though I have stuff that already do look similar, my no buy was sort of set in here. I did it because I have too much and I do want to minimize my collection, and also potentially get rid of too many duplicates. I do already have, you know, orange lipsticks, red lipsticks, and a sheer glittery lip gloss, but I think it's going to bring me joy, and it's going to make makeup fun, because I've been struggling a bit with my health recently, and that makes putting on makeup a little bit difficult, but I want it, and I'm okay with that, and thank you to my sister for buying it for me. I love you. But the other stuff on here, the 2 blushes I wanted because they are the type of blushes that I like, peachies colours as well as more neutral ones. I haven't bought them. I don't think I will because I have a lot of blushes in that colour category, but they look pretty. And then the Colourpop Full Beat kit, which is a sponge kit with 5 sponges. I also have on my list as something I would have bought, and I probably would have. I was tempted to buy it actually, because I don't apply my foundation or concealer with a brush. I have tried it multiple times, it just does not work for me. It makes my texture more apparent and it just doesn't look nice. So I always apply with a sponge pretty much, unless I'm using a powder foundation. And I kind of want to try the sponges. My current favourite sponges are Real Techniques and a number 7, even though I also have the Fenty one at the moment. I like it a lot. I'm not going to buy it, it's too expensive. And I would be interested in trying the Colourpop one because there was 5 different sponges, different textures it seemed like, and it would give me an idea of the textures of the sponges and if I liked any of them. Having spent a couple of weeks thinking about it, I'm not sure I'm actually going to buy it, because I am so pleased and happy with my Real Techniques and my number 7 that I don't need any more. And I currently have 3 sponges actively being used. I have the Fenty, the Real Techniques, and the mini purple Real Techniques one. And I have 1 number 7, at least another bigger Real Techniques, and 1 or 2 more smaller Real Techniques ones. So I don't need any sponges at the moment. But I might in the future consider picking up the kit if I end up making a Colourpop purchase. But for now, it went onto the wish list and it's going to stay there. And then I have 2 more expensive products. Charlotte Tilbury recently released 4 new eye quads. and the copper charge one is the one I like the look of. I love wearing copper eyeshadow. It's my favourite eyeshadow colour, probably out of anyone I've tried, maybe alongside yellow. I just like it a lot. I think it looks really lovely on the eyes and I want it. This is also an item that actually made it onto my anti-haul list because yes, I want it. It looks nice. I know I'm going to use it if I get it, but I don't need it because I already have colours that do look very similar to what's in the palette. And I'm considering trying to dupe the palette with the stuff I already have, just for fun. So I don't need it. The other item here is from Ofra, and it's the Samantha March collaboration Cheeklit Blush Duo. I don't know if it had a name, I can't remember. But it looks nice. And again, it's sort of the tone of blush that I would like. It looks pretty. I saw Hannah Louise post and do a look with the Samantha March product, and I really like the look of the blush. I'm not going to buy it because it's very expensive and I don't need any. I currently have a lot of blushes, more than I need, and I don't really... Blush is one of those items that takes me so long to use up that I don't feel the need to add more to. I'm fine adding eyeshadows, which is a bit strange because they do too take a long time for me to use up, but I don't know, in my head I'm more okay having more eyeshadow than I am with having more blush at the moment, so I'm not going to add any more blush to my life. I might add more eyeshadows though. Well, I am technically once the Colourpop order gets shipped. And that's that. I'm going to just briefly chat about the two other products on the anti-haul list before I just ramble for about 5 minutes at the end. The other two items are the Melt Cosmetics Rust palette. Looks pretty, looks exactly like the colour story I would wear, and a palette that I would use a lot. But I, as with most warm toned palettes, already own the shades, a lot of them multiple times, so I don't need it and I'm not going to buy it. Looks pretty, but I don't need it. The last item on my anti-haul list is the Makeup Mecca Lemonade palette, and I love Makeup Mecca's eyeshadow. I have many of their palettes, they are amazing quality. Why is there one yellow in a lemonade palette? Why is there one yellow and like 5 pinks? Well, 5 pinks is putting it too much. But I have a couple of issues with the palette. One is that there's only one yellow. Why is there not more? And the second one is that 2 of the shades in the palette, they look different in the pan, but when they're swatched from the pictures I've seen they released, they look like the same colour. What's the point? Like, swap one of those out for, because I think there's a matte yellow in the palette, or if it's a shimmer yellow, swap it out for a matte. And, you know, have 2 yellow shades, because why not? Why not a green? I get this sort of, it's a lemonade theme, but they're also hinting to the strawberry lemonade, which is why there's decent chunks of pink eyeshadows in it. I just don't get it. There's too few yellows and too many pinks for me, so I'm just not going to get it. Then I can put the laptop aside. I feel fine about the progress I've done so far on the no buy. This month was the one that, I'm not going to say tested me and was the hardest, but it was the first time that I've properly wanted something, which was the Disney Mulan stuff. Disney Colourpop Mulan stuff. Yes, I did want the Cleona shadows in January a lot, but I know that the stained glass collection is a permanent collection, so I'm going to be able to pick that up in the future. And I know that. I'm not very big on limited edition stuff because a lot of the time it's not limited edition. A lot of brands, they either bring it back or make it permanent. But I don't know, I wanted this Colourpop Mulan stuff. I liked the colours in the lip kit. I really liked, I think it's the lipstick, the more orangey tone. Looks amazing. So I'm excited to get that once they get it. I know Colourpop at the moment have closed their shipping place, so they don't ship any orders at the moment because of the regulations in the US. In terms of the virus, I am, as I've said, at home. I've self-quarantined myself. It's been a bit over a week and I'm fine. It's a bit weird though, spending so much time inside. I normally get I get like cabin fever if I'm stuck inside for too long. It usually can handle about a week, but then I need to go outside. And my normal weekly outings, which is either physical therapy or grocery stores, I'm not doing. I have chosen to just not handle that, not be around people. It's gonna be just the safer option for me in terms of not getting sick. So I'm just staying home, watching a lot of YouTube. Really wish I had access to Disney Plus, but sadly they're not gonna release Disney Plus in Norway until like the summer. I really want it now, because it would just be the best thing to distract myself, because I like Disney movies a lot. But I feel like I've done pretty well with the no-buy so far, and as like a yearly project, I don't know if I mentioned this in the intro to the no-buy or not, but I'm doing 2 other projects alongside the no-buy. One is a project to pan because I want to try and finish products, and the other is to shop my stash because I also want to use everything I have. And I started the year with over 800 items. I started the year with 859 makeup items and 1,244 pans / tubes and stuff of makeup, and my goal is to use all of it. It's hard because I've spent a couple of weeks sick. That's completely thrown me off track. I spent like 3 weeks in January, February sick, and then now a week in March. That's just completely thrown me off, and it's going to be hard to get to everything. I might not be able to do it, but I think I'm going to be able to get to most of it. The annoying part though is because I'm trying to use everything I have, I'm not spending a lot of time on each item, so it's very hard to pan stuff. But I've used up 22 items so far this year, and my goal is 100. I want 100 makeup items to leave my collection. Currently at 22, and I've decluttered 9 of those 22, which I'm okay with. Ideally I would like the items fully finished / ones that had to go because they're old and stuff, to be more than the items I'm decluttering. So if I actually get rid of 100, I want at least half of that, so 50 items, to be finished. I think I'm going to be able to do that because I have a lot of items that are very easy to finish, as well as some stuff that takes a long time, but I know I will do it. I have to use them. Another unofficial goal that I have is I would like my pan count to be below 1,000 by the end of the year. So I have to get rid of 244 / 245 pans. That's going to be the harder one because it's a lot. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it, but I'm going to try. I'm really happy with my, I don't know, how I've done so far with the no-buy. I knew that going into it, it wasn't really going to be that difficult because I spent most of 2019 in a low buy, and I didn't really have a lot of interest in buying makeup. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff that interested me. It's been like that since the end of 2018 when I first like fully inventoried my makeup collection, and it was just too much, and I still feel overwhelmed, and I think that's a lot of what is keeping me from buying stuff, and part of the reason why I'm not interested in new stuff, because I already have so much. And I don't mind that because it makes it easier not to buy things, but I also I'm a little bit not necessarily like worried or concerned, but I think it's going to be interesting in a couple of years once I get my collection down to a more manageable size, how I'm feeling about it then, when I don't have the high count of items hanging over my head that is sort of weighing me down and taking away my want for new stuff. But I'm happy so far. It's going okay. My collection is shrinking, which makes me happy, and it's also really nice to see some of my smaller parts of my collection, like my colour correctors. I have started to get that closer to its goal number, which was, I think I started with 10, I think I now have 8 left, or I will have 8 left soon. My goal is 5, so you know, getting some of the items where I don't have a lot to get rid of to get to my goal is exciting because I can see progress more easy, whereas on the eyeshadows I have hundreds of pans to go before I reach my goal, but I'm okay with that at the moment because I'm getting through it and I'm enjoying it. I don't really think there's anything else I want to say in this video. Nothing that I can remember, at least. So thank you for watching if you stuck through it all. I hope you are staying home if you can, keeping safe, being cautious if you have to leave the house. I just hope everyone is staying safe. But I will see you soon, hopefully. Bye!